No matter how desperately this guy tries to escape, the relentless storm of ridicule that followed him from 2024 refuses to loosen its grip. It haunts him like a shadow. It all started when he got metaphorically folded, spindled, and mutilated by the big stepping boogeyman from Compton with small feet. And oh, how the world reveled in his downfall.
Fuck him up. I'ma do myself. Why you calling like a bitch? Ain't you trying to strike a chord? And it's probably
For months, the fallout from Kendrick's lyrical beatdown spread like a wildfire. From barbershops to elementary school birthday parties and even courtrooms, there was no escape. Hip-hop purists, Twitter trolls, and suburban soccer moms alike united in an unexpected alliance, gleefully bestowing Drake with his new government-assigned nickname, PDF file. In a last-ditch effort to salvage what little dignity he had left after his brutal defeat at the hands of Kendrick Lamar, Drake did the unthinkable. He lawyered up. Yes, you heard that right. Instead of licking his wounds and retreating into the shadows like any self-respecting rapper would, he unleashed a flurry of lawsuits, desperately trying to stop the Super Bowl from becoming his public execution. But here's the thing. History has shown us time and time again that no legal team, no matter how expensive, can undo the damage of a rap battle loss. And this move? Oh, it wasn't just desperate. It was downright comedic. Possibly the pettiest, funniest, and most ill-advised response to an L in hip-hop history. And the best part? It didn't work. Kendrick didn't just defeat Drake. He buried him, hosted the funeral, officiated the service, and even had Serena Williams tap dance on the grave just to seal it shut. The obliteration was so thorough, it felt like a hip-hop horror story where the villain, Drake, keeps coming back, only to get bodied again. But the roast session didn't stop there. Oh no, the internet feasted, the memes ran wild, and then Saturday Night Live jumped in.
I see dead people.
Will Ferrell gleefully delivered his own version of Not Like Us, turning Drake's downfall into primetime comedy.
Why you throwing like a bitch? Ain't you tired? Try suck a chord and it's probably A minor.
And just when it seemed like the world had moved on, the humiliation reared its ugly head once again, at the Oscars of all places. And before we move forward, let's not forget, just a week before the Super Bowl, Kendrick casually collected 5 Grammys for Not Like Us. And if that wasn't enough, he pulled off one of the most subtle yet savage disses in history, showing up to the ceremony in a full Canadian tuxedo. The message? Clear as day. Kendrick didn't just body Drake, he had to drag his whole nationality with him. That is nasty work from the boogeyman. At this point, Drake's L isn't just a moment, it's a movement, a cultural phenomenon. The man has achieved something truly remarkable, the longest-running public humiliation in rap history. Now back to the Oscars. If Drake thought he could escape the slander, he was sorely mistaken. Enter Conan O'Brien, a man who usually saves his sharpest jabs for himself, deciding that, for one glorious night, Drake was the perfect punchline. And in front of a live audience of over 18 million people worldwide, he did what had to be done. With the smugness of a man who knew he was about to drop a classic, Conan stepped up and delivered his joke with the precision of a battle rapper and the pettiness of a Twitter troll.
Well, we're halfway through the show, which means it's time for Kendrick Lamar to come out and call Drake a pedophile. Don't worry, I'm lawyered up. Anyway.
The crowd erupted. Laughter bounced off the walls like a diss track with no rebuttal. It wasn't just funny, it was disrespectful. And just like that, Drake's public humiliation reached its final, glorious form. At this point, it's not just rap fans, hip-hop heads, and Drake's most loyal OV hose stands coming to terms with reality. It's Drake himself. No matter how many times he tries to flex, distract, or post cryptic Instagram captions, one truth remains. Kendrick Lamar handed him an L so massive, it's basically a historical landmark now. This loss isn't just a moment, it's a full-blown haunting. It follows him on every stage, lurks behind every award show speech, and even pops up in late-night monologues. Jimmy Kimmel probably has a whole segment drafted already. And if hip-hop history has taught us anything, it's that beefs like this don't just end. They simmer, they boil over, and sometimes they leave one artist permanently scarred.
I got nothing against some of them that can rap, but I care about us more. I don't want to go through, I don't want to talk about it no more. I don't want, for 22 years, every time I do an interview, they ask me about Eminem.
Shut up, Benzino. You, Ja Rule, and the rest should have known better than to go after Eminem. You thought you could take him down, but all you did was give him more fuel to bury you in his lyrics. You played yourself, and now history remembers you as just another victim in the list of those who were demolished by his scathing bars. Now back to Aubrey Drake. Right now, Drake isn't just losing a rap battle. He's losing the war for his own legacy. The man who once seemed untouchable, the certified lover boy of mainstream rap, is now playing defense, trying to outrun the inevitable. And every viral meme, every savage joke, every time Not Like Us get played feels less like a minor setback and more like the universe handing him a formal eviction notice from the throne of hip-hop. But let's talk about his recent antics, as we discussed earlier. Instead of just taking his L with dignity, Drake's been out here acting like the villain in a soap opera, filing lawsuits, dropping petty subliminals, and giving us, quite frankly, questionable live performances like this. What's up with the smoking hoodie? You trying to prove Kendrick's shots didn't take you out? Or are you out here auditioning to be the next 50 Cent? And then just when we thought he might finally sit down and cook up some smoke, he hit Instagram with one of the vaguest, most deep, but not that deep captions we've seen in a while. He wrote, and I quote, "You know, I grew up non-confrontational and always treated this game as a sport where my pen won gold. But these days, the podium has been hard for all of us to ignore. I understand that this next chapter may leave you feeling uneasy, but I hope you see my honesty as clarity, not charity, that answers some questions, especially about the unanswered texts you've been sending me. Hello there, certified lawyer boy. What does this even mean? Is this another subtle cry for help? Is he about to drop another diss track? Is he finally accepting his fate as a legacy act?" Fans are scrambling for answers, but the real question is, does anyone really want a round two? Because let's be honest, if this goes down again, we might be looking at another historic sweep. Meanwhile, Kendrick is out here doing victory laps. The man just popped up on 3 tracks from Playboi Carti's new album, I Am Music, and surprise, surprise, each one is already a certified hit. No lawsuits, no cryptic captions, no weird stage performances. Just banger after banger, further cementing his place at the top. So what's next for Drake? A comeback, a reinvention, or just more deep Instagram captions and headline-worthy shenanigans? Let me know what you think in the comments. Does he have a shot at redemption, or is this just the beginning of the end? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because at this rate, we will be talking about this again soon.